What's good? It's your boy Jay. That's me. Let's dive into NXT for October the 3rd, 2023. Pretty solid show for the most part. We will go over news and notes. We got a little bit to talk about. It involves AEW, so we will talk about that towards the end of the review. Alright, let's go ahead and get started. So, we kicked the show off with one Becky Lynch. So, Becky gets on the mic, and she says that the man's come around to end NXT, and that she's still NXT champion. So, the man's not medically cleared to compete, but I made sure that Tiffany Stratton wouldn't either, because we beat the ever-living piss out of each other. I wouldn't have it any other way, because every time I step into this ring, I defend the title. I get everything that I have. And then Becky goes on to say that I'm looking at the calendar, and the next big ticket item is night one of NXT Halloween Havoc, which will be taking place on October 23rd and October 31st, Halloween. And I know that I have a big roadblock ahead of me in Tegan Knox, but I'm wondering. So then Lyra Valkyria, she comes in, she interrupts. She mentions her time wrestling in Ireland and all that. And then she basically said she wants to face Becky Lynch. She's fought with her side by side. Now she wants to stand across from her. She wants to face her face to face. Then, Indy Hartwell comes into play. Says that, Becky, you're not the only woman that felt the need to come at the NXT to prove a point. And then she puts over Lyra. And then she tells Becky that she got married right where she was standing. And now she's back going for something that I never lost. Then out comes Roxanne Perez. She basically staked her case into it. And she says that she respects the WrestleMania, she respects the SummerSlams, and I respect you so much, Becky. That's exactly why I'm out here, to look you dead in your face and say that I want my women's title back. And at Halloween Havoc, I'm taking it. So Becky says, all right, you guys can go ahead and fight. I'll sit on commentary, and you guys can entertain me with a good old triple threat match tonight. And then whoever wins that will face me at Halloween Havoc. Welcome to the big time. So that's okay there. Again, I'm not a big fan of multi-person matches. I'm just not. I hate that shit. It's very boring and formulaic, because we see it way too much throughout all types of wrestling promotions, and we got that here. But it is what it is, you know. So, moving on. So we get a vignette for the NXT Women's Breakout Tournament. So that was pretty cool. First match of the night, Butch and Tyler Bate, which is basically British Strong Style, which they formed a team, I want to say back in, either 2016 or 2017, something like that, versus Gallus, which is Mark Coffey and Wolfgang. So, basically, Tyler Bate gets the win via the Tyler Driver 97, a double Tyler Driver 97. Post-match, Joe Coffey immediately attacks Butch, and then Gallus beats up on British Strong Style, and then Ridge Holland comes out for a decent pop to make the save, and then a six-man brawl breaks out, and then the Brawling Brutes and Tyler Bate stand tall. So probably next week it's probably going to be a six-man tag, Gallus versus British Strong Style and Ridge Holland. So that's going to be fine there. Moving on, Ilja Dragunov. He graced the screen with his presence. And he said, you can welcome me as the Mad Dragon. You can welcome me as the Czar. But especially you can welcome me as your new NXT champion. And no mercy, Carmelo Hayes brought the fight. And what a fight it was. He pushed me to places beyond my limit again and again. I stand in front of you barely able to stand, but I stand even in pain. I stand in front of you as your champion. Because I promise I will fulfill my destiny. I will fulfill my promise. I will push the title to the next level beyond any human, beyond any type of energy. I'm like, damn. Ilja is on another level. Like, this guy is so fucking good. I will turn this championship reign into a symbol of unparalleled passion, and I will protect it. And I will protect its promise with my life. Long live the Tsar. And I'm just like, oh shit. I felt every word of that. Like, it was so damn good. Ilja is so good. Like, I feel like he should be on the main roster. Like, he's that good. He's that good. Like, I can see him having great matches with Gunther, Sheamus, Drew McIntyre, Pete Dunne, Butch, Ridge Holland. There's guys there he can work with. Sheamus. So there's guys on that main roster that he can fucking work with. Bobby Lashley. So there's guys he can work with. Out comes Trick Williams. So Trick Williams gives respect and props to Ilja. So Trick Williams says that he's not here because he won because you won your championship. I'm not here because someone else won his championship at No Mercy. Trick Williams stands as your new NXT North American champion. With all that being said, I must say thank you. See, Dragunov back in NXT Heatwave, you showed me something of my stuff I didn't know. You pushed Trick Williams to another level. The new level of Trick Williams that everyone sees and loves is because of you and Dragunov, and I appreciate that. Now Trick Williams has gold, and you best believe I'm going up from here. So Ilja says that he's proud of Trick, and at No Mercy, you whooped that Trick. And that was great. I love that. That was so fucking good right there. So out comes Melo. He interrupts, and Melo's kind of upset. He's kind of in his feelings. He told Trick that he's proud of him and everything, and that we came up together in front of all these people. You remember that? And I'll tell you, for that one reason, because listen, man, winning that championship is one thing. Defending it is a completely different level. And then Trick responds by saying, wait, let me get this straight. Are you saying that I'm not ready for Dom? Carmelo says, listen, that's not what I mean. So, and then Ilja, he tries to drive a little wedge between the two of them. And then Trick cut him off, said that he respects Dragunov. He said, hey, Melo, you want your rematch with Dragunov? I respect that. I'm just saying, I feel like that I'm ready. And then Carmelo responds by saying, Trick, there's absolutely no denying that you're not championship material, bro. But I'm trying to tell you is you're trying to follow in my footsteps and everything I do for that title. You need to focus on Dom. So Dom interrupts, and then he says, listen to your friend Melo, Trick, because winning the title and keeping it are two completely different things, especially when I'm the one coming for you. And then Trick responds by saying he was at Raw yesterday. Do you always take orders from your mommy? And then Dom said, don't worry about mommy. And then basically Trick and Trick and Dominik went back and forth. And then Carmelo tried to offer Trick Williams help, but Trick Williams was like, nah. He respectfully declined the offer. He said he got the title by himself, and he's gonna keep the title by himself. Tonight I'm gonna whoop this Trick. So I enjoyed that. Again, that was really good stuff there. So that does make perfect sense. Again, we'll probably get the Ilja Dragunov and Carmelo Hayes rematch at Halloween Havoc, probably night 2. So that does make sense. Well, actually, week 2, not night 2, my bad. Week 2. So, we'll get that. And we'll probably see either Trick or Carmelo that night turn heel. So that does make sense. Next, the triple threat match. Roxanne Perez versus Indy Hartwell versus Lyra Valkyria. Becky Lynch was out there on commentary. Towards the end of the match, Roxanne Perez was about to win the match with a Pop Rocks, and then Kiana James got involved, and then she got decked by Becky Lynch, and then this allowed for Lyra to hit the roundhouse kick on Indy, and then she won via the frog splash for the 1-2-3. And then post-match, Tegan Knox comes out. So Becky has to stare down with both of those two ladies, Tegan Knox and Lyra Valkyria. Alright, I'm fine with that. Moving on. So Carmelo Hayes is backstage. He runs into Bron Breakker. Bron Breakker tells Carmelo to calm down. He needs to cut the crap because he knows how it feels to lose the NXT title on the biggest stage. Bron Breakker can sense the frustration and rage in Carmelo's eyes. Bron Breakker says that Carmelo needs to take that frustration out on everyone, especially Trick Williams. Carmelo tells Bron Breakker to leave Trick Williams out of it. So Bron Breakker then points out that Trick wasn't there in gorilla position to console Carmelo after his loss because he's selfish. Bron Breakker tells Carmelo to think about it. All right. So trying to cause dissension and a wedge between the two. I'm fine with that. Again, I do expect for Carmelo to turn heel very soon. So Ilja, he's backstage, and he had a confrontation with Baron Corbin. So Baron Corbin points out that he's the only man left on the roster who's defeated Dragunov. Nobody's going to stand in his way after he beat down Braun at No Mercy. Baron Corbin suggests that Ilja take as many photos as he can with the NXT title because that title reign won't last very long. Which, I doubt it. I do think that Ilja's going to have a decent title reign. Carmelo's title reign was, 5 months? He won it back in April, so yeah. Well, no, he won it back in April. So he had it for basically 6 months. So they'll probably end up giving Ilja a 6 to 8 month title reign, and then he'll go on to the main roster. So I expect for him to probably have it up until Stand and Deliver next year. But I don't know. But he's going to keep it for a while. For sure. They may have Braun get it back. I don't know. Who knows? Moving on. But I'm not excited to see a potential Baron Corbin and Ilja Dragunov match. I'm just not. Nah. I like Corbin. Like, he can get heat. He's a good heel. He's a good serviceable heel. But I really don't want to see Dragunov and Corbin again. I just fucking don't. Next, Blair Davenport versus Gigi Dolin. So, Gigi attacked Blair Davenport before the match. And then, so Gigi brings in a steel chair. She tries to use it. The referee takes it from her. Then Blair tries to use it. Referee takes it from her. And then this allows for Gigi to get the roll up for the 1-2-3. So I enjoyed that. And then post-match, Blair Davenport attacked the official. And then Blair says that this is far from over. So this is great. I do like this. They're going to progress this feud. And I am down for that. Moving on. So Mackenzie Mitchell had a backstage interview with Kiana James. So Kiana James said that Roxanne Perez has been the golden girl ever since she arrived in NXT. So Kiana says she's not going to allow Roxanne Perez to get another title shot. Now it's her mission to show the entire NXT universe that she's above Roxanne Perez. Kiana James says that if Roxanne Perez wants to have a match with her, she must go through Asuka first. And then she says, we'll see if edgy Roxanne Perez is ready for Asuka. And I'm just like, oh, shit. They're not playing. Do I think that Perez is going to beat Asuka? No, she's not. No. It's not going to happen. No. There's no fucking way that's going to happen. Then we get a glance at the competitors in the 2023 Women's Breakout Tournament. So we get to see all of them on the rampway. So I'm glad that Ariana Grace is in this. She was injured last year, so she couldn't compete in last year's tournament. So that does make sense. I'm glad that she's in there. I don't know why Kiana James is in there again. It just doesn't make any sense. Wasn't she in last year's, I believe? Like, that's kind of weird that Shawn Michaels is doing that. I don't understand why. She very well could win, though. I could see either her or Kalani Jordan winning it. So this sets us up for Kalani Jordan versus Izzy Dame. Izzy Dame is pretty decent. She's like, 5'10", 5'11". She's pretty big for a female. So Kalani Jordan gets the win via the split-legged moonsault, which I like. She's very agile. And I'm becoming a pretty big fan of Kalani Jordan's work. I just hope that she can find herself a character and a gimmick. But I do like her in-ring work. She's solid in that department. Moving on. So Andre Chase and Duke Hudson, they ask Thea Hill if they can accompany her to the ring for her match tonight. And then Jessie Jane accuses Andre Chase of being a chaperone, but she approves of the idea. That was funny right there. That was funny. So we get a big announcement from Carmelo Hayes. Carmelo Hayes said that he's going to be taking on Bron Breakker, and that John Cena will be in the corner of Carmelo Hayes, and then plus Cody Rhodes will be on the program to make a major announcement. Damn. So this leads us into JC Jane and Thea Hill versus Lola Vice and Elektra Lopez. So Thea Hill gets the win via the Kimura lock. She taps out Elektra Lopez. I feel bad for Elektra Lopez. I like her. I wish that she could have been in LWO. I really, really do. I really do. But I'm digging Thea Hill's new gimmick. I love it. It's solid, so it does make sense. And then the main event, that was Trick Williams versus Dominik Mysterio for the NXT North American Championship. Dirty Dom gets the win. Trick fights valiantly, but he succumbs to the numbers of the Judgment Day. So, Trick is able to take out JD McDonough with the pump knee strike, and then Dom, he brings in the Money in the Bank briefcase, and then that allows for Balor to clock Trick Williams with the NXT North American Championship, and then Dom hits the Frog Splash for the 1, 2, 3, and then the Judgment Day celebrate. So this was kind of expected. This kind of makes sense. This is just for storyline purposes. Again, I do see Damian Priest being kicked out of Judgment Day. That'll probably happen Saturday at Payback. I mean, not Payback, but Fastlane. My bad. I apologize. Fastlane. So that's probably going to happen. And that makes a lot of sense. And then we ended the show with Paul Heyman. So Paul Heyman informs us that the tribal chief Roman Reigns has given him permission to be in the corner of Bron Breakker during his match with Carmelo Hayes. This is all due to John Cena getting himself involved in bloodline business. And I'm like, oh shit. This is going to be fucking massive. So NXT was okay. It was decent. Solid for the most part. I enjoyed a lot of stuff on the show. The women's breakout tournament seems pretty good. Again, my pick to win and probably going to be either Kiana James or Kalani Jordan. Those are my 2 picks to win. Booker T had a 3rd pick. It was funny that Vic Joseph was like, man, you can't do that. You only have 1 pick. I mean, you only have 2 picks. It's 8 women involved in this. That would be almost half the field. He mentioned that on commentary. I forgot when he mentioned that, but that was pretty funny. So the women's breakout tournament was pretty good. The triple threat match was okay. I'm digging Thea Hale's new gimmick and slight heel turn. So that was solid there. Carmelo teasing his heel turn is great. I dig that. Bron Breakker trying to, give Carmelo some heel advice is great. That was golden. And before we go, the reason why this is all happening with John Cena, Cody Rhodes, and Paul Heyman being on the show is because of the fact that AEW is doing a Championship Tuesday type of show next week. I believe maybe the NBA playoffs start, I think, next week and the week after. So I think for like 2 weeks, they're going to be going head-to-head with NXT. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's probably one of the reasons is why that's happening. So WWE basically wanted to throw the kitchen sink, and it does make sense. So this should be a very solid show. I wouldn't be shocked if NXT actually gets like 1 million viewers with this. It's just quite massive. You got Cody Rhodes, you got John Cena, so you got two of the biggest baby faces in the entire company, which is great. So NXT was very solid this week. But what did you guys think? Please hit the like button, subscribe, and comment down below. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.
To the end.